Our final guest is Quantum Theater's artistic director, Karla Boos. Pittsburgh's Pop City calls Karla a kind, wildly creative, and notably brave soul. That's probably because she founded Quantum Theater 20 years ago, a theater that does not have a home space or traditional stage. Rather, they are always seeking new venues at which to perform. Perhaps it's also because Quantum often produces a mix of little-known theatrical gems and reimagined classics. Karla, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, at your season announcement, you referred to Quantum as being a mix of old-fashioned and avant-garde. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about the mission statement of Quantum.
Oh, sure. Well, our mission is to make theater that is contemporary and meaningful and visceral and exciting. We experiment toward that end, and we experiment in all kinds of different ways. The way that most people notice first and foremost is that we make our work in places that aren't theaters. We choose all kinds of quite outrageous environments in which to set a play and in which to bring an audience to have an experience that is going to, by nature of the environment, make it quite unprecedented for them. So that's what we do. It's one of the ways that we experiment, though. We're looking to make theater for this moment. We look globally for the work and the artists that we want to choose, and that's what we do.
And you're doing 3 international plays coming up in your season, starting with The Howling Miller, adapted from a Finnish novel, and you are doing the adaptation with Peter Duchenne. Tell me a little bit about the adaptation process.
Well, I guess I think pretty broadly about making a work. So we devise things is a word that is common in the theater, that they often start with an ensemble of people, a group of creative people. Sometimes they have a source, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's a completely blank canvas, and it's an idea that turns eventually into a full-fledged piece of theater. So it's a different process from that people are most used to, where there is an existing play and a group of actors and a director realize it as the playwright intended. It's more open-ended. Our source is a novel by a great Finnish writer named Arto Passilinna. It's a wonderful book called The Howling Miller, and that's the title of our work too. But we took this book, which has sort of a fable quality to it, and we felt it was very theatrical and very appropriate for an outdoor environmental setting. The book is set in Lapland, a fascinating kind of mysterious part of the world, in summer, when it's light 24 hours a day. And we just thought it would be wonderful to bring Pittsburgh audiences into a wonderful outdoor setting for a summer work. We have a long track record of doing that very thing.
And you're doing it at the Frick Environmental Center.
Right. We have an ongoing relationship with Pittsburgh City Parks to make something outside in the summer in some city park location. And it often, we've done many things in Mellon Park that people might recall, but we'd like to bring them into lesser-known gems of the city park system. And the Frick Environmental Center on Beechwood Boulevard in Squirrel Hill is an entrance into the wonderful giant Frick Park that some people don't know about. They run wonderful environmental programs there for kids, for adults, but this will be quite different of a thing to happen there. So that's where we are.
Tell me a little bit about your final 2 shows of the season, When the Rain Stops Falling and Maria de Buenos Aires.
Sure. The second one, which will be in the fall, called When the Rain Stops Falling, is an Australian play by a playwright named Andrew Bovell. We made his play Speaking in Tongues on the north side, not far from the studio, in 2003, I believe it was. That play was made into a great film called Lantana. That he's got an interesting approach to form, where things kind of overlap, and the play is sort of like an onion with. It's quite epic in scope. It takes place in a time frame that stretches from the 1950s to 2039, and it crosses the globe in many ways, and form and function come together like a puzzle in that play. It's very beautiful.
Perfect for your company.
Well, thank you. I hope so. And in the spring, we'll make a tango opera by Astor Piazzolla called Maria de Buenos Aires that is really unusual, too. It combines the art of tango with singing, opera singing, an ensemble of musicians. There is spoken text, really poetic, interesting text that's not realistic by Horacio Ferrer. It's very open-ended. We don't know what we will do yet.
Well, I'm looking forward to your upcoming season. Quantum opens its season with The Howling Miller, playing July 29th through August 22nd. For tickets, call 1-888-71-TICKETS or visit them on the web at quantumtheater.com. I'd like to thank all of my guests for being here. For more Theater Talk information and other summer events, visit my Facebook page, Pittsburgh Theater Talk. If you have a theater production you would like me to cover, please email me at pittsburghtheatertalk@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.